Coming in as a freshman, the spiritual environment was a lot different than it is now. We didn't have a lot of spiritual leadership on our team. No one else was involved, and that was really hard as a freshman, balancing the schoolwork of college, sport, and also just the social pressures that come with going to a big university.
Coming to college as a freshman when there's no spiritual leaders on your team is really hard. There's a lot of really real pressures and temptations in college, and you just don't know how to handle them as a freshman.
Coming into college, both me and Jacob's spiritual journey were on different sides of the gospel. When I first got to college, I was on fire for the Lord. I got saved, accepted Jesus Christ into my heart my sophomore year of high school. But Jacob, I would have to invite him to some of the Bible studies that I was going to, and it was cool to see where he was and how God would use me to make an impact on his life.
There just really wasn't a community for spiritual growth on our team.
Well, I saw myself at a crossroads, basically, and I would lead towards one way, which would be towards myself. What happened was God shut that off for me, and really just opened my eyes open to just knowledge. The fear of the Lord is beginning to all knowledge. So just understanding what He had for me.
So my freshman year, I came in and I had faith in one big category of my life, and then volleyball was the other big category. And I came in as a freshman where my life basically revolved around volleyball. My identity was 100% in my sport. If I was playing well, I was happy and loving life. And if I was struggling, then I was really just unhappy or sad.
I saw myself as a soccer player, and that was my identity. I gained security from my performance on the soccer field. I felt lonely and empty, and I just wasn't fulfilled. My team actually started a discipleship group, and it was through that group that I learned what it meant to have a personal relationship with God.
I attended the Ultimate Training Camp through Athletes in Action, where I really just learned how to apply my faith to my sport.
I was lucky enough to get to go with 3 of my teammates, and just being on the same field with a group of girls that are playing for the same reasons is really encouraging and really special.
That's when I figured out how to incorporate God in my sport, and through that I became saved and was able to love Jesus on a deeper level.
For me, it was a huge encouragement to see the change in his life and how God began meeting the same needs that God has been meeting mine my entire life.
Something Athletes in Action taught me was just how to perform for an audience of one. I was able to forget about the outside expectations and pressures and just focus on my love for volleyball and my love for the Lord, and being able to use my platform to glorify Him.
When I step on the soccer field, I think about how can I glorify God and honor God with the gifts that He has given me.
This was for my relationship with the Lord and nothing else.
So Jesus is meeting all of my needs and all of my satisfaction. He's not just a God that's outside of us. He's not just a God who's in heaven. He's a God that's actually living inside of us.
So Jacob has been a big encouragement to me in that he challenges me now to be all that I can be for the Lord. Our main mission here in Athletes in Action is to make disciples who make disciples.
We've kind of created this culture that includes talking about Jesus and having conversations every day, not just when we're sitting in our 1-hour time period every week.
We're really open about our faith, and we pray before every game. Different people lead it, and that just reminds us that we're focused on playing for God's glory and not for our own selfish reasons.
People didn't have a desire to know God and experience His love in His life, in their lives on this team. Now it's exploded and expanded from then from 2 Bible studies a week to about 7. And we have constant leaders being fed by guys like Luke, Kevin Steinhaus, leaders in Athletes in Action that constantly pour and disciple every aspect of our lives and really have an impact on us to want to lead others and grow the kingdom of God each and every day.
So we went from having 0 teammates to 10 teammates, and Being involved in Athletes in Action has really shifted the culture on our team.
And that's been huge for this football program, for the other athletic programs on this campus. And it's just been growing and constantly bearing fruit.
And so these things that I'm seeing just make all of this so rewarding, and it's all for Jesus.
My name is Julian Huff,
And I'm Jacob Huff,
and we are disciples.
who make disciples.
I'm Josie Stever, and I'm a disciple who's making disciples.
I'm Sarah Wilhite, and I'm a disciple who's making disciples.